Hello critics, this is RatedT.S.M, and in honor of Thanksgiving, I am going to do an entire video on the worst foods I have ever eaten, and they are all foods that I have consumed in Japan. And one of them isn't even really a food, it's just a flavor. And you'll understand what I mean when I first bring it up. So basically, every time I tried these foods, everything was going good. Everything was Gucci. Everything was great that day. Hey, for whatever reason. For example, on that day in Tokyo that I tried this one thing, it was just a nice warm day. It was pretty hot outside, but not very humid, just hot. And I used my umbrella to keep the sun off me, and it was great. And I was loving it. I was happy. It was good. And I thought we were going to Waseda University. That's when things kind of took a turn, because we weren't actually going to Waseda University, which I have always wanted to go to and see and check out. Because, one of the best universities in Japan, I have to go see what it's like, what these students are like, how it's good. And instead, we went to an all-girls university nearby. Now, I was thinking, slight disclaimer, we're not going to Waseda. But we got to see one thing that I think Japan should be known for, if it is already known for, and it's their fake food displays. Beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, everything. No comparison. Just beautiful, because it looks real, but it's not real. You touch it. Because even the fake water, the way it sits in the glass, it's not just a still glass of water with waves and ice. And it's beautiful. I love it. So, we were there, we're chilling, and we went to go meet this nice professor who taught at this all-girls university. And at the university, he taught, I believe it's either food history or food science. Pretty sure it was just food science. If I don't know, I could go look at his business card. And it was nice. I mean, we had a really nice meal after we learned about all the food and stuff. But before we got this wonderful meal that changed my entire opinion on string beans, because I hate string beans here, but the string beans there, oh my gosh, it was so good. And we were learning all about the food. We were learning about, how Japanese people saw food, viewed food, and their relationship to food. And I guess this kind of chain thing where humans are at the top, but we are the least important kind of thing, because the thing at the bottom is the most important, in terms of all the things that we eat and whatnot, and how important those things are in Japanese culture, and how it differs from Western philosophy on the food chain, and I guess on certain things in Western philosophy in general. Because, Eastern philosophy, community-based, Western, individualistic. Now, when it came to the tasting of the flavors, for those of you who don't know, there are 5 different flavors: spicy and hot and cold, not included, because hot and cold are feelings, so is spicy. It's just a feeling of heat. Nothing can really taste spicy, but you can just taste the spice of the spicy thing, whatever. Now, when it came to that, we ate all the different flavors. The bland, I like bland because I like dried crackers. Then sweet was good. It was sugary and sweet. Sour, I did like the sour because it was grapefruit juice, and I love grapefruit juice. I mean grapefruits to an extent. And the 4th one, bland. Bitter. I didn't like the bitter, because the bitter was just really nasty. I mean, I don't like bitter anyway, but it was really, really nasty. Because we just got a base with the bitter. And then you get foods, I think, that are similar to it. But it was horrible. And the 5th one was umami. Now, I've always wanted to try umami. I was always excited because Japan discovered umami and its greatness and how it works. And I tried that stuff. It was horrible. Oh my gosh, no. And I think I had to drink more of it. It was just nasty. And the reason why I hated it even more is because I had to eat dashi with certain meals, and basically like a fish paste base thing where you dip your meats in it when you grill them, and you use it for miso soup and whatnot. And I hated it. It's horrible. I never liked dashi again, but I would eat it with my meats because it would kind of give the meats a little bit of flavor. Because who just wants meat? You gotta add some flavor to that stuff. Now, when it came to that, I kept eating that over and over again, and it was horrible because I couldn't avoid it. Because it was just a huge part of the foods that I ate. The next horrible experiences came in my second city, Kyoto, my favorite city ever in the entire world, in spite of the fact that I ate two of the worst foods I have ever tried in my entire life. Now, the first one, when we went to Kyoto, we got to go to a Buddhist temple. I was really excited because I've always wanted to go to a Buddhist temple and get their take on meditation and understanding meditation. I have no interest in becoming Buddhist because I am happily Christian, but I wouldn't mind staying in a Buddhist temple again because I do like Buddhist temples. It's just that one of the really strict rules of living in a temple, and I didn't mind the other ones, but this one thought I wasn't going to mind until this happened. We were not allowed to eat any outside food as soon as we started our stay at the temple. And I figured, okay, that shouldn't be too bad. But we had to eat, I think, 2 or 3 times a day. And one girl, she was Muslim, and because of how bad the food was, she decided, okay, well, I'm going to eat outside food anyway. And I was thinking, dang, like, well, I follow the policy. When in Rome, do as I don't do, and just eat the food that you're told to eat. But with hindsight, I wish I did the same thing she did, because I would be so hungry sometimes just waiting to eat, and it would make me feel sick how hungry I was. So 3 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it was very depressing. The food was just nothing. Now, I don't mind the fact that generally in Asian cuisine dishes or whatever, the rice is bland, but that's because everything else is flavorful. You have something a little bit of bland to even out the fact that you have all this other delicious flavors and stuff, and rice is just good for you. So I was like, okay, it's good, that's wonderful, this is Gucci. And the other thing that I really love is whenever they have seaweed. We didn't always have it, but seaweed was super good, and I loved it. And we didn't always have the seaweed. And I don't mean like seaweed snacks, I mean like those that actually put seaweed. Then we had miso soup. Now this I thought was the worst thing ever until I tried something worse than it from the same temple. The miso soup tasted like stomach acid. I hated it. And it looked like throw up. Like, oh my gosh, that stuff just looks so nasty. Because the dashi that was in it just looked like a cloud of vomit. And I was just thinking, how can anybody eat this? How? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. No. So, I thought, and you had to eat everything. And they gave us too much food. You just had to eat everything. I had to swallow down what felt like it should have never come up. Okay, that made sense. So, oh my gosh, it should never come up, but I had to swallow it down. No, I would have rather have not eaten than to have eaten that garbage. And everywhere I went, miso soup always tasted like stomach acid. It tasted not as bad as temples, but it just always tasted like stomach acid. Then, for the grand finale in terms of eating horrifying food, I ate umeboshi. Umeboshi, if sen had a flavor, that is what umeboshi tastes like. It tastes like sen. If that has an actual flavor, it tastes like the devil's incarnate. It tastes like the spawn of Satan. It tastes like Satan himself. That is how bad umeboshi is. Umeboshi. Nobody should ever eat that. It's horrible. Now I know. Okay, you're Japanese, maybe you like it, but it was horrible. You know what that stuff is? It is pickled ume fruits. Or as I say in English, pickled plum. That should have never been put in any kind of vinegar or anything like that. It was horrible. And we all had to eat one. And there was a giant seed inside that made it even worse. You bite into it, like, oh, my teeth. And also this stuff. That tastes worse than stomach acid. I'd rather eat my own throw up than to eat umeboshi. And when you put that stuff in your mouth, my eyes closed, and I would somewhat jerk my face back and forth, my head, because I could just feel it. I don't know what I looked like, but it was painful. I had never wanted to not eat more in my life than when I ate that stuff. No. Who gives that to people? That's a sin. That's a sin. That should be punishable by law. to give that to somebody. And one girl, she didn't even want to eat it. She just said nope. And this other guy, he had to suffer down and choke down 2, or maybe even 3, because of how because of how much she said she would eat. And I straight up, you're not supposed to talk at the table and the food is simple. I don't know if I guess maybe like a normal thing in Japanese tables in general. But I said to that girl, I whispered, said, no, you have to eat that. You have to eat that. We all have to eat one. You have to eat it. And she was just looking at me like, I ain't eating that. I ain't eating that. She didn't even say anything, but her face said, I ain't eating that. And I just kept saying, you have to eat it. You have to eat it. You must eat it. And for me, because they gave us too much food, I just stopped eating after I got full. Because portions, there was just too much food. They eventually said, we're going to give you less food. But every time I tried to eat more for other people, I just failed. So I would always be the first person finished eating. Because I would get enough for myself, and I was done. I was not eating more poison than I had to. Especially since that white daikon stuff, I didn't even like that. It was okay, but I didn't like it. It wasn't fermented. I don't like fermented daikon. I don't really like daikon at all. I can tell. It seems like it, no matter what form it's cooked in. But I wasn't having it. So, don't ever try umeboshi. It's pink. And it looks a little bit wrinkly. It's small. Not really the size of the plum. Really small. Like about the size of this little hole in my finger. Don't ever eat that. That's poison. And miso soup, it's a hit or miss. Even one of the guys, the ELS guys, I know, I told him, like he asked me, like, oh yeah, what's your favorite Japanese food? And I said sashimi, because I just like little slices of ramen, to be honest. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I told him that I hate miso soup. And then both of the guys were like, And then I told them that I kind of like natto, which is a very unpopular among foreigners kind of dish, because I don't mind it, to be honest. And the other guy said he didn't like it. The guy that was sitting next to me, when I told him I didn't like umeboshi, he said, oh yes, he hates umeboshi too. Like, yes. See, even some Japanese people know that stuff is poison. It tastes terrible. Nobody should be eating that. So, yes. That is the story of the worst foods I have ever eaten in my life. They were all in Japan. And I ate some great foods. But no, that was horrible. My favorite seasoning I'll give you as a bonus is wasabi. Because wasabi is awesome and I love wasabi. Anyway, bye critics. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.